Good morning, everybody. This is Emily from Grammy's Garden. I got to wipe the dirt off my hands. Been trying to pull a few weeds out of my potato patch. So that's what we're doing. We're digging potatoes. Okay, I'm going to get my gloves. I've got a shovel. I just went and fed bees 1-to-1 sugar water, and the rest of that's for the hummers. I got to get my walking stick up here in case I should need it. So here goes. Let's get these out of the way. These potatoes, I think, have been ready to be dug for a while. And I want to be sure, and I think they go pretty far over. This is good soil that grew fantastic sweet potatoes last year. If you all saw that video, you know what I'm talking about. See, way over in here. Okay, here's my first one. Pretty. I've got green beans planted in here now, and they're going to be about ready. I just don't want to harm any of these. That's a beautiful potato. Here's one. I like this size to put in with green beans and some bacon or something like onions. And the bees are buzzing around me because I think they've come to know I'm the bearer. I'm the bearer of the sugar water. And don't think I'm just being too easy on bees and let them go forage for their own. There's not been a lot to forage from, folks. I say that I'm doing real well. I like to think that I could get a 1-to-10 ratio of what I put in, but we'll see. And I did cut these and let them scab over. Now I'm gonna have to get out my big old shovel and get them. I'm still sore, and I'm not trying to have any sympathy, believe me, because I really don't care for sympathy. But I do like understanding. We all do, right? So, I know I got some more than that probably down in there, but that's probably off about 1. Y'all aren't going to see much of me today because I can't do a lot of camera angles. I'm too sore. Just too sore. Okay, let me go back up to where this next hill was. My green beans look like they're getting chewed up by something, but everything I have out here has been chewed. Something was even trying to get to the potatoes. Roly-polies. I don't talk about them anymore. It's giving them too much glory to talk about them. That may sound weird, but that's how I feel about them. They've chewed everything I had out here. They took my whole strawberry patch, except for about 10%. Okay, more. I'm going to kind of put them down at the end here. I don't want to block your view of these. If I get too sore, I'm going to turn the camera off and finish and show you my final results and talk with you a little bit about this aging business and gardening, especially here in Missouri. We have brutal heat. People don't know that sometimes about Missouri. We have -15 this past winter for a week. Our highs would be 0, and in the summer we hit 110. I don't know that we've hit 110 this year, but we were real close. I think we were 107 one day. Now I did feed these. Every time I push down, it feels like I'm going to get on a potato. I did feed these. I fed them just with fish emulsion. I did use some all-purpose Espoma, I think one time too. Now I always come back out when it's cooled off, and I look for to see what else, if there's something else that I've left behind. I've never had any volunteers come up, so I'm assuming that I pretty well get them all. You know, I heard somebody on channel talking about how her mom throws her potato peels out on her compost, and she gets potatoes out of that. I don't want to spear one, and you all probably know exactly how that feels. You know, these Kennebecs may not do as good as my red, as the red Lesotas. And that's okay. I've made peace with a lot of things this year, y'all. And some of that peace has been with the fact that I don't always get out of my garden what I want to get out of my garden. I don't want to pull these zinnias up. You may think that's crazy, but they give me a lot of happiness. When I'm looking outside here, outside my kitchen window, it's like, oh, they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. Or sitting out on the patio, which in the summer, there's not a lot of sitting on the patio out here. I'm hoping that this exercise will help loosen up these muscles that got so sore yesterday. Because man, I got sore. I didn't know I was so sore for about 3 hours. I tripped over my dog's blanket of all things. Had my arms full of laundry. Boy, that's a pretty potato. If I remember, another pretty one. These things are so buttery. I heard people say that. I didn't know quite what they meant, but they have a richness to them that the red potatoes didn't have. Oh, there's a nice one, and I did split it. And you know, people always say that's for supper. Well, that is for supper. I've got some leftover food my son brought me yesterday, and I think that will go real good with it at supper time. These little bitty ones sure are good eating too. Those are the ones I like to boil in with the new green beans. These things are tiny, and people say, well, those are still making. No, they're not. They're not, believe me, they're not still making. These vines are gone. Gone, gone, gone. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have two. That makes your heart hurt whenever, not literally, but it disturbs you whenever you have that happen. So I've got 3. I guess I'll have to ask somebody to come eat with me, huh? Pretty pretties. If I'm blocking your way, I apologize. Your way is to see. This dirt's pretty compacted for me. Aren't those pretty? Aren't those pretty? Look at these beauties. Aren't those gorgeous? I happen to think vegetables are just beautiful things. And speaking of that, I probably am going to have to do something with some green beans today. I think I'll freeze them. Even though my electricity goes out every now and then. Well, these are going farther over than I thought, and I'm getting my I'm sticking them, and I don't want to do that. Maybe I should get out my little hand shovel and kind of dig around. See how far over these good babies go. I want to be sure I got this camera where you can see what I'm doing. There, I think so. Now it's going to be interesting to maneuver around these zinnias. You may think I'm crazy, but I love my zinnias. I already have steamed up glasses. That's what our humidity's like. And I'm not stupid. I'm not going, when I say stupid, I'm not going to stay out here and put myself through brutal heat. Today doesn't feel like it's a good day to do that. Not that any day is. These are respectable sized potatoes, aren't they? Respectable. I wish in my diary, I will have written, my garden diary, I will have written how much I put where. There's one of my little tags. What did I have in here first? Nothing but potatoes this year. Well, y'all got any ideas about how you get around your zinnias? You're probably like, go for what you know with the potatoes. I can potatoes too. I dry canned some this year for the first time. I know that's a no-no to some people, but you know, there's a lot of people been doing it for a long time. I don't know how my mom and grandma did it. I've got some of my mom's old USDA books, so I think she probably followed everything to the letter. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't interested in canning when she was canning. It's how it always goes with young people. You're not interested until you start wanting to do it yourself. Look at them growing around those zinnias like that. Isn't that something? Look at that. All right, I'm going to get bold here, and I'm going to go down deep here for these. I just got a little bit more to go. Now, you might watch this and think, well, that ain't worth fooling with. Yeah, it is. It causes me to want to get up out of the chair and not watch TV all day. I'm usually watching to see how people grow stuff anyway. Okay, I'm gonna move you along. Hopefully what you're seeing will be of benefit to you or enjoyable. If nothing else, enjoyable. Now right in here we know we got us a nest of them, right? And zinnias, I'm gonna try to save you because you bring me joy. And that's that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna pitch them down here with the others because now this plant looked better than the others. I wonder if it's because I hand water. I wonder if it's because they got more water maybe. I'm right happy with this. I should say, that's not how I normally speak. Let me just say I'm very happy with this. Right happy is a good, oh my gosh, this is the biggest guy of all. And see that mark? I don't know why that's there. But anyway, perfect, perfect, perfect. That would be bigger than most people could eat with their steak or whatever. These green beans, I hope they can go ahead and make good because my pole beans have to be strung. I don't like it. I do it, but I never end up getting all the strings. I don't know what my problem is. So I've got cans and cans of green beans from last year. I've mentioned in other videos when my family comes, they're probably like, oh, no more of those stringy beans. Some more stringy beans. Well, look at you producing good for me. I probably got about 20 pounds. So I've done my 10 times. I knew I had to get out here early because I just don't feel like doing a bunch in extreme heat. I'll show you when I get done how I've got a wet head from sweat already. You know what? I didn't have to remove a zinnia. There's another one. Uh-oh. I found me a place where I think I missed. Nope, some other kind of thing. Can you imagine 2 5-gallon buckets came out of white sweet potatoes that I started in the house from an organic potato last summer. I'm not trying to push my videos, but you want to see an interesting one. My daughter videoed it for me. My gosh, I was ecstatic with that amount. I canned them and I gave some away because I have friends who don't eat the other regular sweet potatoes, but they can eat the white. Oh, I feel something down in there, but I don't think it's anything but hard dirt. Oh, I don't know. That looks like an end of a potato. Let me get my big old good one. And I'm about ready to go stand under the water hose. I'll show y'all how sweaty I got. There it is. Oh, I saved him. Saved him. Isn't he pretty? I got a feeling there's more down in there. This area, I think it got more water the way it feels. We've had some good rain. Uh-oh, I just skinned one. I think I'm gonna can some of these. Yeah, some of my bigger ones right there. I was watching YouTube one day, and this sweet lady on Whippoorwill Holler, I love to watch her garden, and she was in her garden and stepped on her hoe, and it came up, the handle came up and hit her in her head. You saw her camera go flying, and all you could hear was, oh, oh, kind of like that. If y'all want to watch that one, it's not traumatic to watch because she's fine, but boy, it bruised her up. There's things, and she's not that old at all. I call old gardening after 65, and that's not old. Please forgive me for that, but it is. Once I hit 70 something, that's when I was able to start gardening again, 4 years ago. All right, you all, let's just take a look at this. And the zinnias are intact, and that's a good thing. These are beautiful Kennebecs. Now I have a grow bag of Kennebecs too, that I'm going to do another video when it's not so hot, because that grow bag seems like it's doing better with the moisture than this. So I'm going to turn you off, and then I'm going to show you this. Okay, can y'all see the sweat? It's there, let me tell you. Whew. Yep, it's there. Okay, here we're going to look at these potatoes. There they are. I think for this little row from there to there, that's very respectable. And I'm very happy with them because I know how good they're going to taste. So, you all have a wonderful day. Let me show you the beautiful world as I like to show you. What a beautiful world we have. Have a great day. Getting ready to go in and dunk my head. Here we are. Here's an example. I've got some little ones too, but I didn't choose the biggest ones. As a matter of fact, I got bigger ones, I think. So, good growth this year. They're going to taste so good. Bye-bye, y'all.